everyone. Welcome to Team Jesus PH Book Study Series. And we are currently studying the book of Revelation chapter by chapter. And few reminders, we are just going to have a short or basic study of the book of Revelation. I also suggest that you read the chapter in the Bible before or during watching this video. And also, don't forget to pray with a humble heart as we study the Bible together. Now, before we jump in right away sa chapter 8, at bago natin ituloy yung pag-aaral natin sa tribulation, gusto ko lang sabihin in advance na merong tatlong set ng judgments sa buong tribulation period. Nasimulan natin sa 7 seal kanina. So, may tatlong set. They are the 7 seal judgments, 7 trumpet judgments, and 7 bowl judgment. And interestingly, it's very interesting to note that each set of judgment are nested within the previous judgment. So, for example, yung 7th seal sa 7 seal judgments, yun yung introduction sa trumpet judgments. Tapos yung 7 trumpet judgments naman, yung pang-pito na trumpet judgment, introduction naman yun dun sa 7 bowl judgment. So, they are all connected. And take note also that we are still in the first half of the tribulation period. Things aren't worse yet. Hindi pa matindi to. And I've also shared na yung first half ng tribulation period, magaan pa yun kumpara sa second half. So now we will dive right into chapter 8, and in this chapter, binuksan na ni Jesus yung 7th seal. So in verse 1, Jesus broke the 7th seal and everything or everyone was quiet for half an hour. So imagine, medyo dramatic, no? Na naging tahimik muna ang lahat for half an hour. And then, merong 7 angels before God at binigyan sila ng 7 trumpets. So let's try to imagine that. There were 7 angels at binigyan sila ng 7 trumpets. And then in verses 2 to 6, nagprepare na ang mga angels na in charge sa 7 trumpet judgments. Dahil magsisimula na ang 7 trumpet judgments. This is the second set of judgment in the tribulation period. At bakit tinawag na 7 trumpet judgment? Kasi ang mangyayari, when each angel blows a trumpet, a certain judgment falls on earth once again. So, sa earlier chapters, every time na may bubuksan na seal, may certain judgment na mahuhulog sa earth. And this time, every time na may hihipa naman na trumpet, meron na namang certain judgment. So, in verse 1, eto na, hinipa na yung first trumpet. At anong nangyari? Nagkaroon ng hail, fire, and blood. And then 1/3 of the vegetation were burned. Meaning, merong lack of food, great famine, at matinding impact sa economy at this time. Yan po ang mararanasan ng mga tao sa tribulation period. And then in verses 8 to 9, hinipa na yung second trumpet. At anong mangyayari dito? A great mountain was thrown into the sea. And then 1/3 of the sea becomes blood. So ngayon, naapektuhan na yung mga isda, lahat ng seafood and sea creatures. And then in verses 10 to 11, hinipa na ang third trumpet. So anong nangyari? This time, a star falls into the fresh water streams. So 1/3 ay na-poison ng fresh waters. So nagkaroon ng shortage sa drinking water. Walang mainom ang mga tao. Mahihirapan sila na uminom dahil magkukulang yung fresh water for drinking. And then in verse 12, hinipa na yung fourth trumpet. At ano nangyari? The sun, moon, and stars were dimmed. So 1/3 ng liwanag nila nawala. In other words, merong great darkness sa mundo. And then in verse 13, meron daw nakitang eagle si John na mataas ang lipad. And imagine, remember na vision to ni John, dinidescribe lang niya, he is trying to describe sa atin yung mga nakikita niya. At sabi niya dito, meron siyang nakitang eagle, mataas ang lipad nito at nagsalita rin daw to. Nagbigay ng warning na mas nakakatakot pa daw yung 3 trumpet judgments na natitira. So meron pang paparating na 3 trumpet judgments na mas matindi. And take note na yung first 4 trumpet judgments, they do not directly affect mankind. No, yung earth ang apektado. Nadadamay na lang ang tao. But you know what? The 5th and the 6th judgment, they will directly affect mankind. At mas matindi yun. And we will study that in the next chapter tomorrow. So, quick summary. Nagsimula na ang 7 trumpet judgments in this chapter. May mga nakakatakot na pangyayari na naman. But in the next chapter, we will study the rest of the trumpet judgments. So, I hope and pray na may natutunan kayo dito. Mas naintindihan nyo itong Revelation chapter 8. And we still have 14 chapters to go. So, I hope that you will stay with me and I hope to see you again tomorrow as we study Revelation chapter 9.